Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Gervonta Tank Davis responds to a fan who says that Lomachenko would make him quit. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now I'm back with another one. This is just going to be a quick video. But a fan hit up Tank Davis on Twitter. This is his verified account. They said Lomachenko will make Gervonta Tank Davis quit, just like every other boxer who faces him. Tank responded to the fan and says, "You done lost your rabbit-ass mind." So obviously, he does not agree with that sentiment. He also tweeted, "This kid is begging for an ass whooping." Now, he didn't tag anyone or specify, but a lot of people are under the impression that he's referring to Ryan Garcia, who has done several interviews ahead of his fight tomorrow. I'm out here in LA right now. He's fighting about 10 minutes away at the StubHub Center in Carson, California, and he's fighting his step up. It's Jason Velez, right? I believe he had a belt. I believe Jason Velez was a former champion. I've seen him fight, covered a couple of his fights. But anyway, Tank Davis, a lot of people think he's referring to Ryan Garcia, who's been very vocal about wanting the fight. Now, let me talk about both of those things. Start off with Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Very good fight. I think it could be built up just because, well, really, especially Ryan Garcia. And just so you know, both of them are friends of the channel. This is not to pit them against each other. This is what they're doing. I'm just giving you my opinion. Both friends of the channel. I like watching both. But especially since Ryan Garcia, Jason Velez is kind of his step up. We'll see what he does, but he hasn't been a champion like Tank. Tank is already a 2-time champion. So in terms of a build-up, Ryan Garcia does have a big following on Instagram and stuff like that, but I personally would probably like to see him maybe get a title first and then talk about that type of fight, him and Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney or whoever. But it's a good fight. I think right now, another thing is for Ryan Garcia, a lot of people think he wouldn't be ready for Tank Davis right now. Hey, he's calling for the fight, so let's see it. But to me, I think Tank Davis is a hell of a talent, and he's mean in there. He's brutal. So I don't know that that would be the right fight to jump from the guys that Ryan Garcia has been fighting, and then even a Jason Velez, to a Tank Davis, because I was at Tank Davis' last fight in New York, right? And he was serious, and he looked really focused. I interviewed him, things of that sort. So we'll have to see what the future holds. I like both. I consider both to be in the conversation of the up-and-comer, who the next breed of fighters who could take over the sport. Hey, if Ryan Garcia really wants it and he wants the fight, then let's see it. You know what I mean? I don't stand in the way of fights. If Tank Davis and Mayweather Promotions and Golden Boy can come together and make the fight, and that's what he wants, despite what I think would happen or anything, I don't stand in the way of fights. So fuck it, let's see it. But just knowing the business, I really don't think, I think Ryan Garcia really would take the fight, but I don't think that Oscar De La Hoya would allow him to take the fight, who oversees his career. So that's one obstacle right there. You know what I mean? How are you going to get the fight with Tank without the blessing of Oscar and Golden Boy and Eric Gomez and stuff? But another fight is my dude Rollies, who's also a Mayweather Promotions fighter. So if they don't want to go up to a champion like a Tank Davis, I think that'll be a good rematch. And the reason I said rematch is because they have a highly publicized sparring session. Some people think it went both ways. Some people said Rollies was fighting dirty. Some people said Rollies was kicking Ryan Garcia's ass. So you guys got to watch it. It's available online. You guys can look at it. I think that's another great fight to have happen. You know what I mean? And I could see something like that maybe happening before a Tank Davis fight. Now, in response to Lomachenko versus Davis, obviously it's speculation since the two haven't fought. Floyd has expressed interest and said he contacted Todd DeBow, or however you pronounce it. And expressing interest. I asked Tank about it. He said he wasn't aware. He was, you know what I mean, in camp with Broner, in camp preparing for Jesus Cuellar, and he looked brilliant in that particular fight. I like Lomachenko versus Tank fight. The only difference is I went to Lomachenko's media day, covered that, and Lomachenko was like, I'm not in the division anymore. I'm at 135 now. So why is the talk about me fighting him now? Is he going to come up to 35? So that's an obstacle right there. But listen, some people, you got to know boxing. I personally don't think Lomachenko's power, I think he's a terrific fighter, but I don't think his power is what his record shows. Like, he frustrates guys and gets stoppages, yes, but I'd have to see that. I'd have to see him force Tank Davis to quit. So I agree with him saying you out your rabbit-ass mind. Even if Lomachenko beat him, I don't see him brutally beating him where Tank is like out of options and he has no choice but to quit. Because look who he's made do that to. Nicholas Walters, who was a good fighter but off of a very long layoff where he gained a lot of weight. Jason Sosa, a guy with like 8 to 10 amateur fights, right? Tank has 200 and something, 240 plus amateur fights or whatever it is, right? And he's a 2-time champion at a very young age. So I just don't believe that the Lomachenko shit really is going to work at the highest of level. You just, I've watched too much boxing. It's literally impossible. Lomachenko's not out there doing anything so brand new that we haven't seen in all of boxing history, rich history, to the point where he's going to force everyone to quit. And he doesn't even have the most pop for a guy his size in his division. Again, I'm not taking away from Lomachenko. He's a good fighter. But I came up in the era of Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. And these dudes were sharks, and they had vicious power on top of being athletic and fast and everything else they brought to the table. And if you're a brute force guy and some guys go the distance with you and pull you to the distance, you can't make everyone quit with brute force, then I know for a fact that Lomachenko's not going to be, he might not even be able to make Jorge Linares quit, to be honest. You know what I mean? So it's a cool marketing gimmick or whatever you want to call it, this Lomachenko, but a lot of y'all fans don't know shit about boxing. That's why you hitting up Tank Davis talking about Lomachenko's going to make him quit. Yes, he's made some guys quit, but has he made an in-prime guy who has vicious power, guy who's youthful, guy, you know what I mean, not on a layoff, who's been active, has he made anyone like that quit? Honestly. You know what I mean? Not Nicholas Walters off a layoff or Jason Sosa. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like someone who's way bigger, like Miguel Berchelt, someone who's way bigger than him, has power, has that Mexican heart. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. That's just my opinion. Still a good fight. Very good fight. Great fight. All of these fights. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. I mean, with Ryan's fan base, Tank's fan base, how Tank's been looking, how Ryan's been looking. That's a great fight. And then obviously Lomachenko, but I see that being more complex. Lomachenko's over there with Top Rank. He's at 35 now. Tank's just became a champion again at 130. So we'll have to wait and see. Those are my quick thoughts on the matter. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is the Ego signing.